Okay, welcome human to ETeeski Tutorials. So I wanted to make a quick video just to get some last minute details out and get some discussion going on them about the Kickstarter before I actually launch it. So before I launch the game, I just wanted to say that the Kickstarter, I plan on launching it on December 13th, which is a Friday, and I think that might be a good date. I'm not really sure. I know a lot of major movies are coming out, or at least The Hobbit's coming out on that day. So maybe that can be somewhat of a association, word association, like Hobbit, ETeeski, Hobbit, ETeeski. I don't know, maybe that'll work out in my favor. Maybe it'll totally not work out in my favor. I'm not really sure. There's no really real way of knowing besides just going for it. So I have a list of things on my phone here of things that I want to talk about. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that I'm going to be launching this game on December 13th. And if you would like to be notified as soon as the Kickstarter is launched, you can either just subscribe to ETeeski Tutorials on YouTube. I will be definitely making a video as soon as the Kickstarter is launched. But the other way you can be notified immediately is to subscribe to the email list, which is now on ETeeskiTutorials.com/indoctrination, which there will be a link in the description below. Okay, so why don't I go ahead and talk about what is new in this game. So there is a menu behind me, a main menu. I'll move my head out of the way for a second. It's really nothing special at all. It just gives a little bit of information and it says press any button to continue. So I'm going to do that. And then here is a little intro sequence, which is really rough at the moment. I animated this using the Unity animation editor, or actually like editing the animation curves inside of Unity. And for anybody who has used the Unity animation editor, you'll know that the Unity animation editor is actually really bad and really hard to work with at times. So I was just barely able to get it to work for this particular situation. So you can see the animations are really rough. And there's the title, Indoctrination. I know the font is actually really hard to read. I've had a couple of people tell me that. So that is definitely something that I am aware of. Okay, and those are the major, tongue-tied. Okay, those are the major updates in this particular video as to what is new since the last update. The only other thing that's new is that there's somewhat of an outro, but like I said in another video, it's really rough, and I'll probably get to it at the end of this video, so you'll see it's really rough and pretty bad, actually. The next thing I wanted to talk about is live streams. So I plan on doing a lot of live streams during the Kickstarter of me working on this game. So my plan is to, during the Kickstarter of this game, I will be giving William, so that's the player that I'm playing as right now, the player character, I'm going to be giving William superpowers. That's going to be my goals, to give him as many superpowers as I can and maybe make a few new enemy types. And really work on doing the real fun stuff. I want to do like the really fun programming during the Kickstarter, and I want to live stream all of it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming on twitch.tv/ETeeski during the Kickstarter. And the general, let me kill this robot and then I will take a look at my phone and see what I said the general schedule of the live streams will be. Alright, so the live streams are pretty much going to be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's just going to be a general goal for the Kickstarter live streams. So the schedule for that is probably going to get switched around at some point. Some of the days I might change, I might add some days, I might take away some days. So yeah, those are just, you know, I'm going to make an official calendar eventually and say when all of the official days I'm going to live stream are, but those are going to be the general days that I'm going to be live streaming myself working on this game. And before then, before the Kickstarter gets launched, I will be doing 2 more live streams, kind of like the live streams I did most recently, where I'm just talking about this project, really. And those are going to take place on December 7th at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So those are going to be 2 live streams. I'm just doing 2 live streams to try to accommodate for people in different parts of the world in different time zones. So one at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and one at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/ETeeski, December 7th. So all of that information is going to be in the description below. And yeah, so if you have any last minute questions before I launch this Kickstarter, or anything along those lines, or you just want to talk about making video games, yeah, those are going to be the live streams that are going to be going on. So yes, the next thing I wanted to talk about is if you are a Let's Player or you like to blog about making video games, so if you like to write about video games or you like to make videos about video games, email me at ETeeskiMail@gmail.com, link in the description below once again, and I will send you a free early alpha copy of basically what I'm playing right now for you to play on your YouTube channel or write whatever thoughts that you may have about this project on your blog or anything like that. So just send me a link to your YouTube channel or your blog or anything that you have, and I would be happy to send you a copy. So yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes that. So yeah, link in the description below, ETeeskiMail@gmail.com. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was a physical book and Windows Phone. So let me first start with the physical book. So I am planning on making a PDF guide to go along with the tutorial series. So the PDF guide is basically going to be a paid download that you can purchase and download as a Kickstarter reward tier, or once the actual, just project is complete and the tutorials are just fully available and finished. You will be able to purchase and download a PDF file, which will basically kind of be like a summary or like notes or just a step-by-step guide on the tutorial series, so that if you have like a second monitor or a tablet that you want to put this PDF on, so you can watch the video, and then while you're actually working through doing these steps, instead of like skipping through the video, you'll be able to look at this guide and look at screenshots and look at step-by-step instructions of the things that happened in the actual video tutorial. And then there's also going to be stuff like game design documents, whatever concept art might end up being made for this game. There's not going to be a lot of concept art, I'm going to say that right now. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to cram as much information and written resources as I can to go along with this tutorial series, just to just kind of be like a handbook strategy guide sort of thing to go along with this tutorial series. So my question is anybody interested in a physical copy of that? Either a soft cover copy or a hardcover copy. And I'm just wondering if anybody is interested in that, because it will be a little bit expensive to get it printed off. It's probably going to be probably about as much as if you get like a special edition strategy guide or something like that for a major video game, because I need to use a print-on-demand system. So yeah, I'm just wondering if anybody's interested in having a physical copy of that, or if just having it on your second monitor or tablet, or just printing it off on your printer is going to be enough for you. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. The next thing I want to talk about is Windows Phone. So I plan on making a stretch goal for this Kickstarter. I am planning on, well, the stretch goal will be for a crash course in Unity. So it's basically going to be, I'm going to make another game, which is going to be a much more arcade-y, that's not even a real word, video game that is just much more simpler and takes a lot less time to create. So it's basically going to be just a crash course on Unity. And yeah, it's just going to be for people who have less time or just want to dabble in Unity and they don't want to spend all the time going through the main tutorial series and they just want something quicker and simpler. And with that, I plan on turning that into a mobile tutorial series, because I figure anything that is made that is really simple and easy to make will probably port very easily over to a phone or tablet. So that will be covering things like touch screen controls, like multi-touch with different fingers, tilt, gyroscope, just a matter of like porting it to the actual device itself and submitting it to the store, and stuff like that. So what I'm wondering is if anybody is interested in Windows Phone. Oh, by the way, this is the ending of the game. Just gonna give it a second. There's a little audio file at the end. I don't, whatever. It's a really bad ending. I don't really like that ending. It's just what I was able to make quickly. But anyways, what was I talking about? So, is anybody interested in Windows Phone? I'm definitely going to make it a stretch goal for iOS and Android phone and tablets, but is anybody interested in Windows Phone? I don't know how many people actually have Windows Phone. Unity, I believe, makes it free to export to Windows Phone now. The only costs of development that there would be is the cost of the Windows Store license, which I believe is $100 a year. And I would like to get 2 years of it so that I can have like this tutorial series be good for 2 years before I have to worry about the license again. And then the cost of an actual unlocked phone, which I have found them as cheap as $200. And also the cost of Windows 8 operating system, which I would have to put on a partition separate boot for my computer, because I don't actually like the idea of Windows 8, but I'd be willing to install it on a separate partition on my computer, so that would be an extra $100. So it's a little bit costly. It's about $500 total to actually do tutorials on Windows Phone. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to pretty much leave that up to anybody watching this video. Just let me know if Windows Phone is something you're interested in. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I think I covered everything. Let's Players, the live streams on December 7th. Oh yeah, no GDC. I'm probably not going to go to GDC. Well, maybe I will go to GDC, but I'm not going to include it as, like, you know, I'm not going to put it into the budget of this Kickstarter. I'm not going to increase the budget of this Kickstarter to go to GDC. I haven't fully decided whether or not I'm going to go, but including it with this Kickstarter tutorial series, it seems out of place, and it doesn't seem like GDC was as great as I originally thought it was after researching it for a while. So maybe I will go if I can figure out how to get the money in another way, but I don't know. I'm going to leave it at probably not. So probably not going to go to GDC. Definitely not going to make it a part of this Kickstarter though. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say in this video. So yeah, this is going to be probably one of the last few videos. I'm probably going to post up, well, I have no idea. I'm probably going to post up 1 or 2 more videos before the actual Kickstarter launches. But yeah, the Kickstarter is coming really close. December 13th. That's like less than 2 weeks away. So I kind of actually have a lot of work that I need to get done before the Kickstarter launches. So yeah, wish me luck. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. So I guess until my next episode, I will see you later and keep making games.